Okay, my name's Kelsey Gibbs. I'm the co-owner here with my husband at Sealevel City Vegan Diner. I went vegan about 14, maybe 15 years ago. I lost track. I kind of went down the documentary wormhole, as most do. Short story, I went vegan because of my dog. Obsessed with my little dachshund and started to realize the inconsistency of treating my little dog a certain way versus a cow I didn't know, and that started to freak me out. And then I started watching documentaries and it got worse. It just didn't seem fair that I was giving this animal special treatment only because I gave my dog a name and have a relationship with this dog. Just because I give that animal special treatment because of my relationship with it, it seemed really hypocritical to just be like, oh, that other animal that I don't have a relationship with, I do not care about. Yeah. Of course, I would never eat my dog. And just seeing the factory farm footage, I was, raised around horses, and I personally wouldn't kill an animal at this point where we have all kinds of access to food. I don't think I can't say never, but who knows what's going to happen down the road. It could be real wild. But I don't have any desire or cravings to go back to that. Cut out meat, chicken, fish. I remember the last fish I ate. It's disgusting. I don't know if it was bad fish or funky smelling, but it sealed it for me. And then cut the cheese and dairy out, and really that made the most impact in my health. Getting rid of the cheese and dairy. I was a real mucusy kid. A lot of respiratory infections and crud, bronchitis every year for no reason. I wasn't a smoker kid, but even, into 20s, I was getting this bronchitis once a year with all this phlegmy mucus. And once I cut that dairy out and the milk, really made a big difference. Like, I would get sick a couple times a year with just some random thing. But since then, in that span of time that I've been vegan, I've maybe been sick 3 times. 2 of those were COVID. It's been a big difference in my health and like energy and stamina. I feel healthier and stronger, and I'm here 10 hours a day. Yeah. And I love it. Yeah. I'm not like taking naps or anything or feeling run down. I feel good. But I went vegan for the animals. That would be number one. The trio is animals, environment, and health. I would say animals is pretty much up there. Yeah. It's hard to separate them, but.
So 2016, 2017, you're still exploring all this, learning, maybe growing and whatnot. Things evolved to the point where you started this restaurant in 2019, right?
We bought it in 2019, renovated it for 7 months, and opened it up when COVID started.
How did it progress into coming to this idea that you would even do this?
Me and my husband always said, maybe later in life we'll get into food service somehow. I was doing a lot of experimenting with recipes and just putting little stories on Instagram, sharing things and wanting to show that making vegan food wasn't boring. I was veganizing my childhood favorites, mac and cheese, milkshakes, burgers. We wanted to get in food service at some point in our lives. I was in vintage retail, which I still am in now, and this was our favorite restaurant. For 5 years, it's a pescatarian restaurant, and they were really heavy on vegan options. It was called Sealevel City Gourmet. We planned our whole date night around the hours that she had every week, and we would come here and eat. And then we realized she was going to sell, and that was just devastating news. And I didn't want anybody to shut it down. I didn't want anybody to come and change it drastically. I needed my favorite restaurant to stay. So talked to Scott about it, asked my mom, and she was like, looks like we're getting into the restaurant business. I'll move down there. So wow. My mom was in Chapel Hill. She moved down, bought a house around the corner, and me, her, and Scott put everything we had in it into it money-wise and time-wise, and renovated it floor to ceiling. And revamped it to be 100% vegan, which was an easy switch with the menu that we already had here, and then added as we went along once we got our bearings.
Wow, and we got a picture of your mom right here, right?
Yeah.
You want to show us that?
They put her on the cover of Edible Port City.
Oh my God! Hold it up for the camera. Yeah. Oh my God, I can't believe it.
And she's a really great energy around here. She's here every morning baking and making friends and talking with the servers and making everybody laugh and giving people head massages.
Nice. And she's baking all of your like sweets and stuff?
Yeah. She does the baking. We have another baker here, Ella. She's amazing. It was a lot of trial and error in the beginning because we do gluten-free and vegan baking. I mean, if the stars are different or the temperature's a little off, it's going to be a different result. So we had to really finagle a lot of the recipes to make sure it was delicious and soft and not dense and chewy.
And you know, I had that very item there on
the chocolate cake
last night. Oh, I was already full. I was like, I gotta try this anyways. And I thought, oh, I'll save it till I get home. I ate the whole thing here. The person I was with, we shared it a little bit. We were both very intrigued by how fluffy it was. And every now and then you'd have this like little burst, this really like tantalizing burst of flavors.
We put a coffee chai dusting on it. And it is, that was a recipe she found and we tweaked it. And I was blown away about it. I was like, this is gluten-free? No way. Like, it is fluffy. We make our own gluten-free flour here. So it's a blend of brown rice, tapioca, potato, and xanthan gum.
And everything I've had so far has been incredible. I had the Reuben last night, and then today I had the Mediterranean wrap. We also had that lentil burger.
The lentil burger.
Yeah.
That's kind of a flagship item. And I gotta shout it out to Nikki Spears, Chef Nikki Spears, who I bought this restaurant from. Neither one of us went to culinary school. We just have worked in restaurants and liked food. And she gave us a real crash course in the culinary world and how to make all the recipes and, you know, teaching us some tricks around the kitchen. And she started another restaurant in town, Nikki's Sushi, not vegan, but a ton of vegan options. She started that restaurant and sold it as well. And then started this one, sold it to us.
Wow.
But she's been amazing. And she also ate here today.
Oh, wow.
It's always nice to see her and be like, thank you for this new life, Nikki.
Yeah. What are some other popular items on the menu?
You mentioned the Reuben. Love that because it features our house-made kimchi and kraut. Really stoked on fermenting stuff.
And you do all that in-house too, right?
Yep. Took a long time to get a permit for that.
Is it hard to ferment stuff in your own home?
No.
No?
It's not. I would just use like the traditional Asian recipes and the videos out there that show, it's really the kimchi paste that you want to, well, you're talking about any kind of fermenting. I mean, if you want to make sauerkraut, that's super easy. I mean, that's literally just shredding cabbage and getting your right salt ratio. It's just cabbage and salt. That's it. And give it some time. And, you know, no light, needs to breathe a little bit, 7 days, done.
Do you do any sprouts in-house?
No, I wish. That is kind of a never-ending mission is to get the sprouts because they're so finicky and delicate. They usually don't make it on the truck, wherever warehouse they're stored. And then I'm doing the Harris Teeter tour to find all the clover sprouts. That's a tough one. But I do want to make my own sprouts. There's a lot of changing the water got to keep up with. But the health department would have my head if I tried to make sprouts here. I had to hide the kimchi for a while until I got my permit. Run it out to the van.
Is that okay to have on camera?
It's fine.
Yeah, what else you got going on?
But when I was a customer here, I would get the lentil taco dinner with kale or chips every time. And the shrimp tacos are really fun. It's a product by Beleaf, and they come naked and we batter them and make them, you know, put our own twist on it. But they're really popular among new vegans and people that hadn't had shellfish in 20 years, and they're super realistic. Wow. They're made of konjac root.
Oh, cool. There's always something new to learn, like everything from like, you know, jackfruit to kind of banana blossoms.
Yeah, or banana peels. I had a phase I was making banana peel barbecue.
Oh, cool.
It was difficult, time consuming.
Yeah. Anything else you want to mention on the menu?
The lentil burger is just kind of our little baby.
Mm-hmm. Why is that?
It's just it's the most popular item. Okay. It's a super clean, and I'm not against, you know, Beyond and Impossible and all that. It's fine. But compared to that, and also compared to a black bean burger, which is just usually mushy, it's a pretty clean recipe. It's got organic soaked lentils, seeds, veggies. There's no weird fillers. I put some psyllium husk in it just for a binder and just because it's healthy and helpful for your gut. And that's my favorite one, is the lentil burger.
Sounds like you put a lot of love into your food here.
Definitely.
Yeah.
All day long.
And you got some drinks. You got some, like, I got a kombucha here.
We got kombucha. We got sunset tea. We make our own fresh squeezed lemonade. We make our own raspberry hibiscus tea. Milkshakes. We make our own ice cream and make our own whipped cream and milkshakes from all that. We have chocolate, strawberry, vanilla, mint chocolate chip. And we put them on the brownie sundae, warm up a brownie, wet walnuts.
Every day you have that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Chocolate sauce, sprinkles, cherry.
I'm gonna have to eat more before I leave.
Yeah, gotta get the sundae.
Now, and then on Wednesdays, I guess you have a special?
We have some weekly specials. Tuesday, we have our BLTA, which is our house-made tofu bacon. And we get the bacon texture right by freezing it and thawing it multiple times. You've seen that.
The soy or whatever?
Yeah, organic soy. And then on Wednesday, we have the crunch wrap, which is kind of our take on the Taco Bell crunch wrap, all house-made, done up different, huge. House-made nacho cheese, lentil taco meat, Spanish rice. And then Thursday, we do the Big Smack. It's kind of like the Big Mac. So it's our double patty lentil burger. And then Friday and Saturday, we try to roll out some sort of other special. Right now, we're in the baby stages of rolling out a brunch. We're not open on Sunday, but we're gonna try it for like one day, maybe a month.
Well, for the record, today is
Wednesday, June 19th.
2024.
Yep.
So check the website to see if, because maybe we'll be later.
We might be. And we've been testing those recipes. Last weekend, we did the shrimp and grits. We did kimchi grits with a creamy lemon shrimp. And I want to try another one. One of our cooks, Maitland, who's been with us for years and super talented with all kinds of flavors, wants to do a gochujang shrimp and grits, which I'm totally down with.
So many creative things going on here. You opened during COVID. I'm sure that was a challenge, right?
Yes.
What was that like?
That was weird.
Yeah.
It was because we couldn't, like, we had dumped all of our money and time, spent 7 months renovating, opened up. A week later is when all the lockdowns happened. And we were too new somehow to get any government assistance, like the whole, I can't remember what the name of the program is that they were rolling out. Paycheck protection program, I think. Couldn't get it. It was just kind of one of those make it work, gotta do it now. Of course, we lost all of our staff out the gate for a little while. You know, they needed to stay and be safe. We kept working because it was me, Mom, and Scott. It was all family. We were just in it together, and no one came in. We did everything over the phone, ran the food out to the cars for 6 months. For a couple weeks, it was just me, Mom, and Scott. And then some, other staff started to slowly ask, could we come back?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. And yeah, it was to go only for 6 months. No one came in here. And then we opened up the restaurant, did the half capacity thing. And still pretty much half of our business is to-go orders still every day. To go.
Dang, you're doing pretty good overall, right?
Yeah.
Things picking up each year?
Yes. Luckily, it was already already had a fan base from when Nikki had it. And I was sharing a lot of the renovations and the process, so we had a good group of people that were cheering us on. And Nikki already had loyal customers that were waiting for the lentil burger to come back. She took it off the menu one time because she was having, some staffing issues, and it was just a lot to prep. And when they took it off the menu, when she owned it, they wrote a news story about it in the local paper that was like a bring back the lentil burger story. It was really sweet.
That's funny.
So we're never going to take that off. But yeah, the COVID situation was really hard. And
now you could probably tackle anything, huh?
Yeah, I'm ready. Oh, and another thing, like I really wanted to rep the low waste deal as far as owning a restaurant, running a restaurant, our to-go ware, all that. Like I thought I was going to come in here and, provide a shelf with Tupperware that people could use instead of to-go boxes. Well, COVID hit and I had to put everything in to-goes. So that was frustrating. Of course, we have all the compostable stuff, which I'm not sure if that matters if it's not being composted, but we do employ Wilmington Compost Company for our commercial compost. And they are awesome service that turns all of our trash into nutrient-dense soil.
Oh, wow.
So we're composting all the customers' food scraps, any of our to-go boxes that end up staying here. All the bin liners in the trash cans are compostable. We only really, like we have a knee-sized, knee-height trash can that we take out once a week. That's it. Everything else is either composted or recycled, whether it's through the city or UNCW has a wonderful recycling program as well. So we try to be as low waste as possible. Wow, but still, you know, we're shipping in avocados and it ain't perfect.
So now you have a website, I guess people could go to, check it out, and your address. You want to share both of those real quick?
Right now, we rely on Instagram and Facebook. Okay. We have a pretty decent Instagram following, watches our stories. That's Sealevel City Diner on Instagram or Facebook. And one day I'll have a website.
Yeah, and your address?
1015 South Kerr Avenue, Wilmington, North Carolina.
All right, anything else you want to share that we didn't hit on, or last minute encouraging word?
I hope people would come give it a try and not be scared off by the vegan label. I feel like when I'm talking about vegetarian versus vegan, I feel like vegetarian, you know, people's perception is like, oh, okay. But then when you say vegan, it's like, so I just really want to dispel that negative connotation that just the word has, because more than half of our customers here are not vegan or vegetarian at all. They just like good food.
Yeah, I can't imagine trying your food and being like, you know, this is amazing and very fulfilling and satiating, but because it's vegan, I'm not gonna
Right.
I'm not coming back.
We got milkshakes. But yeah, I just...
And what are those made out of? Oat?
Coconut milk and oat milk. A little blend. I'm just trying to do the best I can in this world. And in our little, you know, our little home we have here. We're here often, too much. We're trying to have a better balance, but I really appreciate the staff here and helping us do it, and the customers that continue to support us and share the word. We get new customers every day, which is really exciting. I want to be able to make a living and help other people make a living.
Definitely got a great vibe, and I love like the ambiance. I guess you said you were into vintage stuff?
Yes.
I pick up on that, obviously, just hanging out and looking around and walking around and checking out stuff. I love the vibe. It's
Thank you.
Beautiful,
Yeah,
really laid back.
It came straight from the vintage shop and all of my collecting, which is also just trying to save stuff from the landfill. I don't like throwing anything away. I want to repurpose it. I want to make use of it. I don't like making new stuff or buying new stuff. Even whenever I get staff t-shirts back, it's been a while, they're mad. But I always thrift my blanks, like my t-shirt blanks, and print, you know, our logo on old shirts, not new shirts.
Cool. And then you got a little kids area over there.
Yeah, absolutely. We have a little kids area.
I love that.
The floor table, it just evolved when I found that round bed. Super cool. And I had to make it I had to do something with it, and it ended up being a floor table. And just wanted to be real welcoming to all the kids and give them lots of options and books and toys to play with when they're here. And it to be cozy and comfortable and homey.
And you even got a little outside area for hanging out?
Yeah, well, that kind of grew during COVID. People wanted more space and be outside.
Yeah, and you're open till
9.
9? Okay, 9 o'clock.
11 to 9, Tuesday through Saturday.
Nice.
Currently.
And there's another item right there I haven't seen yet. I'm going to grab that real quick.
That's
What
the
is that?
Lovebird sandwich. It's just using those Beyond Tenders. Sometimes we have a Nashville hot chicken sandwich that we make out of oyster mushrooms. I like that one better. But people love this one.
Cool, cool. You want to show me anything around?
Let's go see Ella. She's amazing. Ella's one of the bakers. Coming around. Hey, Ella. I wanted to show you off.
Hey.
This is our little baking corner back there.
Okay.
And a little bit here. It's always a tight, interesting space, but we make it work. Want to see the food trailer?
That's up to you, sure.
Okay, come on around. That big boy
I love it.
we got last summer. and we're still figuring it out
Wow.
as far as scheduling as much as we need to. But this summer we're going to start selling at some of the concerts in town at the Greenfield Lake and Live Oak. Can't remember what it's called.
That is so great. I had no idea this was here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So have you taken it out at all yet?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
So you've already got it broke in a little bit. Cool.
Yeah, that's a beast. We didn't realize. Okay, should have known, but that's hard.
Yeah, I hear you.
With the loading and the unloading and the all the extra prep.
What's the other side? Look, kind of the same thing?
Like, it's where the window would be. I mean, if I have a 4-hour event, it's really a 9-hour day with frickin' setup and shutdown. But I love it. It brings the food to a lot of people that never would have tried it.
And I guess you'll hit the veg events and all that?
Oh gosh, the Veg Fest was the best event we had so far as sales goes.
Wow, really? And do you think you'll ever go to like far out veg events?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it'd be cool to see you at Asheville. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Even Chapel Hill and Raleigh always wants us to come here.
Okay. Anything else you want to show before I cut this?
My husband.
Yeah, there he is
Yeah.
over there talking to somebody.
I know.
He's been so busy.
He has.
And you've been busy too.
We were stressed. We usually have 3 cooks on the line, but we just had 1 and 2 of us. But I like cooking, so
Well, that
so
makes
be
it easier. Well, I appreciate you giving me your time. We got another item right here. What is this one?
That looks like Melvin's chili cheese fries he's taken home, and some slaw.
Thank you for your
Absolutely.
sensitivity.
Yes.
Yeah, and if you don't mind, I'd love to take a picture with
I
this
would love
birthday
to.
house. That's great. Sure.
Yeah. You want to get us all? We can get somebody to take our.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Take a picture.
I love your shirt.
Oh,
That's so
thank you.
nice. Come on in.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Yeah. The
Thanks so
compassion
much.
that you guys, expressed to his late brother and my brother-in-law, I can't tell you how much we really appreciate
Of
it.
course. I was so happy that you would share that with us and bring everybody in and celebrate like
You
that.
made it personal knowing that this was his favorite restaurant. You made it personal, and that makes a difference.
This is so special. And he was living in Hawaii. Like, how is this his favorite restaurant? That's amazing.
Right.
Yeah, whenever
That's
he
a
would come
compliment.
here, the States, he wanted to always come here.
Aw.
Yeah. So now we're making it our favorite restaurant, even though we live here.
Thank you. I appreciate
No
that.
problem. So thank you for all that you do.
Absolutely. Very nice to meet y'all.
Take
All
care.
right.
Is it
Have a
okay
great
if I
night.
include this on the interview?
Oh yeah, that's so funny. That is funny. Yeah, no problem.
Cool.
Thank you.
It was a sincere.
Yeah, totally sincere. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
And this is your husband, right?
This is my husband and business partner, Scott Key.
Hi.
Hey, cool. And you've been vegan the same amount of time, I guess?
No, she's got me beat by several years, but probably 6 or 7 years
I feel like that's pretty right.
You two make an incredible team, and it's been an honor getting to know you a little bit and check out the place. And
Thanks, Jeff.
it's been so good, the food. It's just, I can't thank you enough for what you're doing.
Thank
you so much. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of